About a year ago, I hit a plateau at the gym. Strong, lean, but not growing. I trained at a hardcore spot downtown, surrounded by massive guys. That's when Jay noticed me. After deadlifts, he said, "Good form, just missing mass." Then handed me a plain card, Echelon Performance Labs. "Legit," he said. "Tell them I sent you." I should have walked away, but I didn't. I called the number that night. The guy sounded calm, clinical, asked my stats and if I was open to non-commercial compounds. We met behind the gym at 5:30 a.m. He looked like a doctor, lab coat, gloves, clipboard. He pricked my finger, took some blood, then handed me a vial and syringe. "Microdose," he said. 3 times a week, log everything." When I asked what it was, he replied, "Beta compound, human trial. Not FDA approved." I still took it. The first week, nothing major. Minor boost in energy, slight bump in strength. But by week 2, I was flying. I was throwing up heavier weight than I ever had before. My appetite was insane. I was sleeping less, but somehow had more energy. Pumps lasted hours. I could feel the blood surging through my arms even after I left the gym. But there was something else. The rage. It came out of nowhere. I snapped at people over dumb things. A guy took the bench I was eyeing, and I nearly lost it on him. My girlfriend told me I was grinding my teeth in my sleep. My jaw ached. My skin felt hot all the time. Then came the blackouts. Short gaps. 10, 15 seconds at a time. I'd be standing in front of a mirror, and then I'd be in the locker room, not knowing how I got there. The final straw was the night I woke up in my car, with blood on my shirt. It wasn't mine. I freaked out. Drove home, tossed the vial. I knew something was seriously wrong, so I tried to warn the gym manager. He brushed me off. Said he never heard of Echelon Labs and told me I was probably reacting to some bunk gear I bought off the internet. So I started looking into it myself. I dug through bodybuilding forums, old Reddit threads, underground farmer boards. After days of searching, I found a post, buried under deleted comments. Someone mentioned Echelon Performance Labs in connection to a string of hospitalizations, healthy lifters suddenly collapsing, massive organ failure, uncontrollable psychosis. One guy reportedly tore his own shoulder out mid-set and never regained memory of it. And Jay, I never saw him. Stopped showing up to the gym. His socials deleted. Number disconnected. I tried going to the cops, but I had no proof. The vials were gone. The card was gone. Even the number I called was dead. I went back to the alley where we met. Nothing. Not even security footage from nearby stores. I've mostly recovered since. Still have the occasional blackout, and the rage comes in waves. Doctors say it's likely psychological. Maybe it is. It had been a few weeks since I stopped the injections. The side effects were lingering. Short tempers, brain fog, sleep paralysis. But I was doing everything I could to clean out. Drinking water like crazy. Running. Supplements. Therapy. I even told my girlfriend the truth. Well, most of it. That I had taken something experimental and it messed me up. She stayed, but she didn't trust me. Not fully. One morning, I was eating breakfast, flipping through TV channels half asleep, when a news anchor's voice made me freeze. Police are asking for the public's help in identifying the man seen in this surveillance footage, connected to a violent assault at Iron House Gym. I turned the volume up. The footage showed a shirtless man pacing, then lunging. Timestamp, 4:08 a.m. It was me. Same shorts, same tattoo. I had no memory of that morning. Just woke up sore, thinking I'd overtrained. Then the news said a 19-year-old was hospitalized after a brutal assault. I didn't know him. I'd stopped the injections a week before, but whatever was in them, it was still in me. I moved, switched gyms, went off-grid. I never told anyone, not even my girlfriend. But I still feel it sometimes, creeping back. And I wonder how many others took that vial, because that wasn't gear, it was an experiment. About 3 months ago, I started noticing strange things at the small 24-hour gym I used near Atlanta. I worked nights and usually hit the gym around 4 a.m. Just me, a quiet janitor crew, and the occasional regular. Everything seemed normal until I caught a sharp metallic smell near the weights. Not constant, just now and then. When I brought it up, the staff brushed it off. Then I noticed the mop bucket. That's when things got weird. I usually arrive just before 5. One morning, I walked in and immediately noticed a trail of red streaked water leading from the back hallway into the main gym area. At first, I thought someone spilled an energy drink or something, but it didn't look like that. It looked thicker. I pointed it out to one of the cleaning staff, a woman in her late 30s, short hair, thick gloves, and she didn't say anything, just nodded once and started mopping it up quickly, without even looking at me. I probably should have trusted my gut right then and there, but I brushed it off. It was too early for me to start making up stories in my head. The third thing, that's when everything really clicked. One morning, I forgot my gym bag and had to double back after leaving. I was already late for work, but I figured 5 minutes wouldn't kill me. When I got back to the gym, the front doors were locked. That was weird. It's a 24-hour gym. I tapped on the glass a few times, and one of the cleaning crew, a tall, pale guy with buzzed hair, peeked out from behind the blinds. He looked surprised, not scared, just startled, like I wasn't supposed to be back. He slowly unlocked the door and let me in. "Forgot my bag," I mumbled. He didn't respond, just nodded again. As I headed toward the locker room, I passed by one of the staff-only doors I'd never paid much attention to before. It was usually closed, but this time, it was slightly open. I don't know what made me stop and look inside. Maybe curiosity, maybe instinct. But what I saw, there were no mops, no supplies, no cleaning cart. Just a big black tarp spread out across the floor. Rolled up yoga mats, blood-stained. A trash bag that looked like it was struggling to contain whatever was inside. And a powerful smell of bleach that hit me so hard I gagged. That's when I heard the door click shut behind me. I turned around, and there he was. The tall guy stood in the doorway, blocking it. His eyes were empty, unreadable. Then, in a flat, almost robotic tone, he said, "You need to leave. Now." What really got to me wasn't what he said. It was how he said it. No emotion, no urgency. It's like telling me to leave wasn't a warning. It was a threat. I didn't say a word. Just nodded slowly and backed away, keeping my eyes on him the whole time. He didn't move. He just stood there, watching me with that same dead stare. As I walked toward the locker room, I could feel him behind me, just standing, like he was waiting to see which direction I'd go. I grabbed my bag as quickly as I could and headed straight for the exit. The entire walk to the door, I kept expecting to hear footsteps sprinting up behind me, but all I heard was the squeak of rubber gloves and the faint slosh of a mop bucket behind the staff door. When I pushed through the front entrance, the air outside hit me like a punch to the chest. I hadn't realized how tense I was until I stepped out. I didn't look back, just got in my car and peeled out of the parking lot. I ended up calling the police, anonymously. Told them something weird was happening at the gym. I didn't have much to go on, and I didn't leave my name, but I figured if something illegal was going on, they'd check it out. A week later, the cleaning crew was gone. New people showed up, different uniforms, totally different attitude. I asked one of them what happened to the other crew. She said they were let go for policy violations. That's all she knew. The strangest part, no one at the gym seemed surprised, like they already knew. When I looked up the cleaning company, there was no website, just a dead phone number. That's when I realized those janitors weren't legit. I think they were there to clean up more than sweat. Trash bags, rolled yoga mats. It all felt wrong. I cancelled my membership the next day and never went back. A few months ago, I was fresh out of a breakup, living alone, and throwing myself into the gym just to stay distracted. I stuck to a strict routine, same gym, early mornings, no small talk, just focused training. Then I matched with a guy named Tyler on a fitness app, not a dating app, more like a gym partner finder. His profile said he was 28, lived close, trained for hypertrophy, and wanted someone consistent and intense. His stats looked legit. His before and after pics were impressive. I was hesitant, but I figured it couldn't hurt. I messaged him, we chatted for a bit, and agreed to meet up the next morning. The first workout was solid. Tyler showed up early, had a full plan printed out, and even brought chalk and smelling salts. He was serious, not annoying, not showy, just dialed in. We crushed chest and back, and honestly, it was one of the best lifts I'd had in months. So I kept training with him. Within a week, we were working out together every morning. He was strict, no skipping, no phone. Every rep had to be clean. He started controlling the routine, picking the split, setting the weight. But I didn't mind at first. He was motivating. He pushed me hard. But then things started to feel off. It began with small things. He'd text me right after I left the gym. You didn't lock your car door. Or you left your water bottle under the bench. At first, I chalked it up to him being observant. Then I realized he wasn't just watching. He was tracking everything I did. One day, I told him I couldn't make it to the gym. My boss asked me to come in early. A few hours later, I checked my ring cam, and Tyler was standing outside my apartment. I hadn't given him my address. When I confronted him the next day, he laughed it off like it was no big deal. Relax, man. I was in the area. Wanted to drop off your wrist wraps. You left them in my car. He had given me a ride the day before when my car wouldn't start, so it made sense. Sort of. But it still didn't explain how he knew which unit I lived in. From then on, I started creating distance. I skipped a few days, went to a different gym on purpose, blocked him on the app, and that's when things got worse. I started getting weird texts from random numbers. Skipping leg day again. You look tired today. You lift better when I'm spotting. I changed my number, hoping that would be the end of it. But the messages kept coming. New numbers, different writing styles, some casual, some aggressive. But no matter how they were worded, I knew they were all him. Tyler never used his name. He didn't have to. Then my gym card stopped working. I went to the front desk. The guy scanned my account and looked confused. It says your membership was terminated yesterday, cancelled in person. I never cancelled anything. And when I asked what ID was used, he just said, had your name, your signature. At this point, I was done. I tried calling the gym's corporate office. I filed a report with the police, though there wasn't much they could do since Tyler never technically threatened me. That night, I came home to find a piece of paper taped to my door. No envelope, just a single sheet. A note was left on my windshield. Back day tomorrow. I'll bring the chalk. I moved, changed gyms, phone, locks, everything. Tyler vanished. No records, no trace. Now I wonder, was he trying to be my partner or replace me?